On the night that you swallowed me, it is true that I collaborated with your teeth, leaned against your molars, hoping you would see my meat and call it feast. I had hoped to make a soft spot of a fiend, hoped you would unwrap me and savor my nature, gnaw on my bone structure, but knew no other way to be beautiful than to tie myself to bed frames and call it ball gown. But when my kindling limbs were splitting into splinters, you called them toothpicks and let the stack ignite. I did not want to be devoured. I did not want to smokestack for cloud cover. I did not want to have to pray for rain to satiate the blaze. You called me firewood, and I knew no better way towards warm than up in flames. You called me lover while I chewed away my arms to flee the crushing boulder I lay under. I called my mother, but you crushed me under all your ugly weather and then locked me in your closet with all your other crumpled laundry. And now I am discovering 10 years of termites have been eating away at all of the safe places in my body. And I used to see your face on the edge of all of my blades, and I knew I had to cut you out before you devoured me. Now, I am so sick of keeping you with me. I am so tired of how you've been sleeping under my skin and then bruising all my freckles into bullet holes. I am so sick of wishing you into something weeping and kneeling, how my knives would find the soft places behind your eyes and carve them into something sinister. A simple slice for every night I cried over things you snatched and I had to build back from scratch. Over 10 years crawling out of that powerless pit in the ground where all the water flowed. And so when my sob stories became too waterlogged to hold on to without drowning, I turned them into sailboats. And on the dark days, my flag still keeps a skull with crossbones, but we are a warship slipping, scalpel slick through dark night, and I will emerge upright and dripping with daylight and dancing. And now my orgasms are orchestras, every symphony begging me to write treaties to my own bones. And so I am kissing the places where the joints rub. I am forgiving the stubbed toes for the blunt ache and transforming the sharp shame into something I can scrape clean enough to sleep on. And I have considered how it would feel to have healing plunge into my hurt depths, but I am not ready yet to be left with nothing but smoothness and round when I am nursing a new rage in my belly that is not afraid of its own name or a new slice. And why would you be something for me to survive when you were made to cower in corners and I am the edge of the knife? Is about healing from sexual violence and sexual trauma, and like sort of the process that, you know, not every woman, but that women and myself go through, you know, from like shame, right? Like the first line is, you know, when you swallowed me, I collaborated with your teeth. And a lot of women go through that, is like, how did I, you know, it was my fault, right? Like, you know, I should have known better. I should have done different. Forgiveness, self-forgiveness, transforming shame into strength that I get to keep, but also in art helps other women find their strength and get rid of their shame too.